The simple interest can be calculated using the formula SI, simple interest is equal to PTR over 100, or you can also write like this, simple interest is equal to PRT over 100. The time period is 63 days. This can be written as 63 divided by 365 days. So that's equal to divide it. What is the principal? Principal is 500 into rate of interest is 6 and the time we don't know, divided by 100. Hello students, welcome to this session of basic mathematics class. I am Mr. Niranjan, faculty department of mathematics, Vidhyaashram PU College, the Temple of Excellence. Today in this session I am going to discuss very important chapter, that is simple interest and the compound interest. Very simple chapter. You might have been studied in your previous classes, simple interest as well as the compound interest. Now let us come to the introduction. Here in this simple interest and compound interest, we are going to study regarding the introduction and the problems based on simple interest. In this session I am going to discuss regarding the introduction as well as the problems based on simple interest. Then I will go for the compound interest. Now let us know what is meant by a principal. A principal is usually denoted as P. This is also called as the capital principal, or it is also called as the capital, denoted as capital P. What it actually means, it is the sum of money. The sum of money deposited or borrowed is known as the principal, or it is also called as the capital. The sum of the money, the total amount of money deposited or borrowed is known as the capital, denoted as capital P. Time is denoted as capital T or small t. The representation of time is capital T, or we can also represent it as in small t, or even it can also be written as small n. So here T and n, time is the duration for which the money is lent or borrowed. The duration, nothing but the time. The duration for which the money is lent or borrowed is known as the time period. That is called as the time, the duration. Now, the rate of interest is denoted as capital R, small r. Capital R is the rate of interest, or we can also represent it as small r. So, it is the rate at which the interest is charged on the principal. The rate at which the interest is charged on the principal or on the capital is called the rate of interest, and it is denoted as capital R or small r. And now the last one is the amount. What is an amount then? So far we have studied the principal and the time of interest, that is the rate of interest and the time taken. Now amount is nothing but the principal plus interest. Amount is always equal to principal plus interest will give the amount. Amount is equal to principal plus interest. Now see here, so principal is nothing but the sum of the money deposited or borrowed. What is the interest? Interest is nothing, rate of interest, it is the rate at which the interest is charged on the principal. So principal plus interest both together will form an amount. Okay, these are the few definitions. Now let us come to, there are two kinds of interest we are going to study. The first one is the simple interest and the second one is the compound interest. Now let us discuss the first one, the simple interest. Usually you might have been studied, simple interest is represented like this, SI. SI stands for the simple interest. Short form abbreviation is SI, simple interest. So what is the simple interest? When interest is calculated every year, interest is calculated every year or every time period on the original principal. That is, when the interest is calculated every year or every time period on the original principal, that is nothing but the sum at the beginning of the first year, such interest is called as the simple interest. At the beginning of the first year, the sum at the beginning of the first year, such interest is called as the simple interest. So hence here, the year after year, even though the interest gets accumulated and is due to the lender, this accumulated interest is not taken into an account for the purpose of calculating the interest for the later years, right? So simple interest here, when interest is calculated every year or every time period on the original principal, that is the sum at the beginning of the first year, such interest is called as the simple interest, denoted as SI. Now, what is the formula for simple interest? The simple interest can be calculated using the formula SI, simple interest is equal to PTR over 100, or you can also write like this, simple interest is equal to PRT over 100. What is P? P is the principal, R is the rate of interest, and T is the time taken. Principal, rate of interest, and time taken divided by R will give the simple interest. So, the simple interest is given by PTR divided by 100. P is the principal, T is the time taken in years, and R is the rate of interest, and the amount is equal to principal plus the interest will give the amount. So, amount is equal to principal is P plus interest is PTR over 100. If you want, you can take P common factor. If you take P common factor, 1 plus TR divided by 100. So, that is amount is equal to principal plus the interest. What is principal? The same, and the interest is nothing but, what is the interest we are going to use? PTR divided by 100. You can take P common factor, 1 plus TR divided by 100. So, here this amount can also be calculated using the formula A is equal to P into 1 plus TR by 100 will give the amount. So, these are very important concepts regarding a simple interest. Now, let us come to a few small examples. Let me take one marker question. Now, calculate the simple interest. Calculate the simple interest on 18,000 for 4 years at 12.5% per annum. So, we have to calculate the simple interest. Simple interest per annum at the rate of 12.5% for 4 years, and the amount is given. Now, what is given here? Given that the principal is given. Principal is 18,000 for 18,000 at the time. What is the time taken? Time given is 4 years. Rate of interest is given. R is equal to 12.5%. 12.5%, that is nothing but simplify 24 plus 1 by 2. That is R is equal to 25 by 2. These are the given things. What is required to find? So, calculate the simple interest. Simple interest is to be determined. That's it. Okay. Now, what is the formula for simple interest? The simple interest is equal to, what is the formula we have taken? PTR over 100. PTR divided by 100. Now, substitute the values. What is the principal? 18,000 into time period. Time period is equal to 4 years into rate of interest is 25 by 2. That is 12.5. Let us simplify this. This is equal to 12.5 divided by 100. Now, let us cancel this. 0, 0 gets cancelled. 180 into 4 into 12.5. So, what is this equal to? Simplify this. That's it. Now, this can be written as 180 into 12.5 into 4. 12.5 into 4 is equal to 50. So, 18 5s are 9,000. So, 180 into 550 is equal to 9,000. So, it is 9,000. Simple interest is equal to 9,000. Okay. So, therefore, the simple interest for rupees 18,000 for 4 years at 12.5% is rupees 9,000. 9,000 rupees is the simple interest for 18,000 for 4 years at the rate of 12.5%, 12.5%. That's it. Very simple problem. Now, let us come to the next problem. Find the simple interest on 600 for 3 years and 3 months. 3 years, 3 months at 4% per annum. So, we have to calculate the simple interest for this. So, what is given here? 3 years and 3 months are given, and the principal is 6,000 and the rate of interest is 4%. Right. Just substitute the given quantities. What are the given quantities? Given the principal P is equal to 600, and for time period, time is equal to 3 years and 3 months. That is nothing but 3 years plus 3 months. 3 months divided by 12. So, 3 plus 1 by 4. So, what is this equal to? 3 4s are 12 plus 1 by 4. That is equal to 13 by 4. 13 by 4 means 4 3s are 12. So, this is equal to 3.25. Right. And what is the rate of interest given? R is equal to 4%. Now, just write down the formula. What is the formula for simple interest? Simple interest SI is equal to PTR over 100. Substitute the values. What is the principal? 600 into time period is 3.25 years into rate of interest is equal to 4% divided by 100. These two zeros gets cancelled. 6 into 3.25 into 4, that is 24 into 3.25. Simplify this. 24 into 3.25. That's it. That's equal to 78. So, therefore, the simple interest is rupees 78 for the amount. Yes, the simple interest is rupees 78 for 600 rupees for 3 years 3 months at the rate of 4%. For the principal 600 rupees at the rate of 4% per annum for 3 years and 3 months, the simple interest is rupees 78 is the simple interest. That's it. Hope you followed. Now, let us take a similar type problem. Now, what is the simple interest for 245 days? See, in the first problem, number of years are given. In the second problem, number of years and the days are given. Whereas here, only number of days are given. See the difference. So, what is the simple interest for 245 days? Number of days are given. For 6,000 rupees, this is the principal and this is the rate of interest. So, the time is given, principal is given, rate of interest is given. What is required to find is a simple interest, very simple. So, what is given? So, the principal P is equal to 6,000 rupees and the rate of interest R is equal to 8% per annum and the time taken, time is equal to 245 days. So, simplify this, 245 divided by 365. Okay. So, if you divide this, this is equal to 0.6712 year, approximately 0.67 years, 0.6712 years. Now, what is required to find is the simple interest. Simple interest is the question mark. Simple interest is equal to PTR over 100. What is the principal? 6,000 into what is the time? Time is nothing but 0.6712 years into the rate of interest is 8 divided by 100. These two zeros gets cancelled. 60 into 0.6712 into 8. So, this is nothing but 8 into 6, 48, 480 into 0.6712. So, on simplification, we are going to get 322.176. That's it. Okay. So, therefore, the simple interest is rupees 322.176. That's it. This is the required answer. Okay. So, for 245 days for the principal of 6,000 rupees at the rate of 8% per annum, we are going to get the simple interest of rupees 322.176. That's it. Okay. Hope you followed. Right. These are all very simple problems for 1 mark. Now, let us come to the next problem. What is the simple interest on rupees 650 for 14 weeks at 6% per annum? So, here the time is in terms of weeks. What is the principal given? Principal is 650 rupees and the rate of interest R is equal to 6% per annum and the time is equal to 14 weeks. Now, we know in a month, in 1 year we have 52 weeks, right. So, for 1 year we have 52 weeks, so 14 divided by 52. Simplify this, that's it. So, this is 0.2692, that's it. Okay. Now, find out what is required to find is the simple interest. Simple interest is equal to PTR over 100. What is the principal? Principal is 650 into the time is 0.2692 years, 0.2692 into the rate of interest is 6 divided by 100. Now, cancel this 0 and 0 gets cancelled. 10 into 65 divided by 10 is 6.5. 6.5 into 0.2692 into 6. So after simplification, you are going to get it as 10.499, that is nearly equal to 10.4999, that is nothing but 10.5, that's it. So therefore, the simple interest is equal to rupees 10.5. So the simple interest on rupees 650 at the rate of 6% per annum for 14 weeks is rupees 10.5. That's it. Okay. Very simple concept. Now let us come to the next problem. Calculate the simple interest on 4,000 at 4% from June 27 to August 29 in the same year. So here instead of the time in terms of months or in terms of year, they have given the date from June 27 to August 29. We have to calculate. Now just what is the principal given? Principal is equal to 4,000. And what is the rate of interest? Rate of interest is equal to 4%. What is the time? Time is equal to from June 27 to August. From June 27 to August 29. Right. Let me explain. So here in June 27, in June 27 means 30 days are there. 27 means 28, 29, 30 in June. We have 3 days. June plus July, in July 31 days in July, plus August up to 29 in August, we are going to get 29 days here. So 29 days in August. So totally 3 plus 31 plus 29. So the number of days is, what is this, equal to 29 plus 3 is equal to 32. 32 plus 33 is 63. 63 days we are going to get. That's it. Okay. Now we have to calculate for 63 days. The time period is 63 days. This can be written as 63 divided by 365 days. So that's equal to, divide it. That's it. Okay. So if you divide, you are going to get it as 0.1726. That's it. Okay. Now listen to me here. So principal is 4,000. Rate of interest is 4%. But the time is from June 27 to August 29. From June 27 to July, we will get 3 days. 3 days in June and 31 days full month in July and 29 days in August. So 3 plus 31 plus 29 is equal to 63 days. Convert this. So 63 divided by 365 days per year. So per year, then that is 0.1726 year. Now simple interest. Simple interest is equal to PRT over 100. What is the principal? Principal is 4,000 into rate of interest is 4% into time period is 0.1726 divided by 100. 2 zeros gets cancelled. 40 into 4. 4 4s are 16. That's equal to 160. 160 into 0.1726. So this is exactly equal to 27.616. That's it. So therefore the simple interest is equal to rupees 27.616. That's it. 27.16. So for 63 days for 4,000 rupees at the rate of 4%, you are going to get a simple interest of rupees 27.616. 27 rupees 61 paise. That's it. Okay. Now let us come to the next problem. Sanjay deposits rupees 25,000 at 8% simple interest. What is the amount you will get after 5 years? So to find the amount, we have to find out the simple interest. Amount, what is the formula for amount? Is equal to principal plus the simple interest, right? Principal plus SI. SI is nothing but the simple interest. Principal plus simple interest will give the amount. Now let us write down what is the principal given. Principal is 25,000 and at the rate of interest, rate is 8%. Yes, deposit rupees 25,000 at 8% interest. What is the amount you will get after 5 years? Time period is equal to 5 years. Let us find out the simple interest, then the amount. What is the simple interest? Simple interest is PRT over 100. So principal is 25,000 25,000 into rate of interest is 8% for the time period 5 years divided by 100. These two zeros gets cancelled. 250 into 8 into 5 is 40. So that's equal to 250 into 40. 10,000. So the simple interest is 10,000. Now let us find out the amount now. Therefore, the required amount is equal to principal plus the interest. What is the principal? To 25,000 and the interest is 10,000. So this is equal to 35,000. So therefore, the amount is equal to rupees 35,000. That's all. The required amount is equal to the amount he will get after 5 years will be 35,000. That's it. Okay. It's a very simple problem. Sanjay deposits rupees. How much he is going to deposit? 25,000 at the rate of 8% per annum. And what is the amount he will get after 5 years? So he will deposit 25,000 for 5 years at the rate of simple interest 8% per annum. So the simple interest, first calculate the simple interest, PTR over 100, that's equal to 10,000. So for 25,000 at the rate of 8% for 5 years is going to get rupees 10,000. So at the end of 5 years, the amount he is going to get is principal plus the interest. What is the principal? 25,000. What is the interest? 10,000. 25 plus 10 is equal to 35,000 is the amount. So the amount is equal to 35,000 after 5 years at the rate of 8% per annum for 25,000. Very simple and very important problem. Hope you followed. Now let's come to the next problem. How much should Bhavya invest in a finance company which offers 12% per annum simple interest so that she may have rupees 80,000 after 5 years? Here what is given? Amount is given. What is the amount? 80,000. We have to calculate the principal first. How much is the principal? How much should Bhavya invest in a finance company which offers 12% per annum simple interest so that she may have rupees 80,000 after 5 years? So here the amount is given. The amount is 80,000 and the time period is equal to 5 years and the rate of interest is 12% per annum. First find out the principal as well as the simple interest. Right. Now we know the relation. The amount is given by amount is equal to principal plus simple interest. Amount is equal to principal. What is the formula for simple interest? PRT over 100. So amount is equal to, you can take the principal out, P out, 1 plus RT divided by 100. Substitute the values. So what is R? R is equal to 12% into time. What is the time period? 5 years divided by 100. That's it. So if we simplify this, 80,000 is equal to P into 1 plus, simplify this, 12 into 5, 60 divided by 100. So this is equal to 6 by 10. 80,000 is equal to P into 1 plus 6 by 10. 1 plus 6 by 10. This can also be written as divide by 2. This is 3 by 5. Simplify. 80,000 is equal to P into, take LCM. 5 is LCM. 5 ones are 5 plus 3 is 8. Now cross multiply. 80,000 into 5 divided by 8 is equal to P. So 8 tens gets cancelled. That is 10,000. 10,000 into 5 is equal to principal. 10,000 into 5 is nothing but 50,000 rupees. So the principal is rupees 50,000. That's it. Very simple. See here, 80,000 is equal to P into 12 into 5 is given. 12 is nothing but the rate of interest and 5 is the time taken divided by 100. 12 5 is 60 divided by 100. 0 0 gets cancelled. 6 by 10 is nothing but 3 by 5. 2 3s are 2 5s are. Take LCM. 5 is LCM. 5 ones are 5 plus 3 is 8 by 5. Cross multiplied. 80,000 into 5 divided by 8 is equal to P. So 8 tens gets cancelled, 10,000 into 5 is 50,000. So therefore, Bobya has to invest rupees 50,000 in the finance company. She has to invest 50,000 in the finance company, so that at the end of 5 years at the rate of 12% per annum, she will get the amount as 80,000 rupees. So for 50,000 at the rate of 12% for 5 years, she will get the amount as a how much? 80,000 rupees. So what is the simple interest she is going to get? 80,000 minus 50,000 is 30,000. That's it. Okay. Hope you followed. Right. Now let us come to the next problem. So in what time? So we have to calculate the time. In what time the simple interest of on rupees 500 at 6% be equal to the interest on 540 for 8 years at 5%. So in what time will the simple interest on rupees 500 at 6% is equal to the simple interest for 540 for 8 years at 5%, right? Okay. In the first case, what is given? The principal. Principal is equal to 500 and rate of interest R is given 6% and time is to be determined, right? In the second case, what is the principal is given? Principal is 540, rate of interest is equal to 5% and the time is equal to 8 years. These are the conditions are given, right? Now first calculate the simple interest for this. So therefore the simple interest is equal to PRT over 100. The simple interest for rupees 540 at the rate of 5% for 8 years is equal to, this is equal to 0 and 1 0 gets cancelled. 50, 540 divided by 10 is 5.4 into 8 into 5, 40. This is equal to 216. So therefore the simple interest is rupees 216 for a principal of 540, right? Now equate this. Now for the second case, what is the second case? The simple interest is equal to PRT over 100. So simple interest, here it is 216 is equal to P. What is the principal? Principal is 500 into rate of interest is 6 and the time we don't know, divided by 100. Simplify, that's it. These two zeros gets cancelled. 216 is equal to 5 6 are 30 into T. So T is equal to 216 divided by 30. Divide 216 by 30. So what you will get? That's equal to 7.2. So therefore T is equal to 7.2 years. So here, in what time will the simple interest on rupees 500 at 6% be equal to 540 for 8 years at 5%. So for 540 at 5% for 8 years, we are going to get the simple interest as 216. The same simple interest we are going to get for 500 rupees at the rate of 6% for 7.2 years. So here the number of years are 8, here it is 7.2 years. First find out the simple interest for rupees 540 at the rate of 5% for 8 years, you are going to get 216. So equate this simple interest 216 is equal to, find out for the principal 500 into 6 into time taken divided by 100. Simplify. So 216 is equal to 30 into T, 216 by 30 is equal to 7.2. So therefore for rupees 500 at the rate of 6%, the simple interest 216 must be equal for the time period of 7.2 years. That's it. 7.2 years. Hope you followed. That's it. Now let us come to the next problem. Again 2 mark. Rohini wishes to borrow a certain sum of money for 120 days. She goes to bank whose rate of interest is 6%. The bank charges rupees 360 as interest. How much does Rohini borrow? So Rohini goes to the bank. Rohini wishes to borrow a certain sum of money for 120 days. She goes to the bank whose rate of interest is 6%. The bank charges rupees 360 as interest. How much Rohini borrows? So here the amount is to be determined first, right? So here Rohini wishes to borrow a certain money for 120 days. Number of days is 120, and she goes to the bank whose rate of interest is 6%. The rate of interest is 6%. The bank charges rupees 360 as an interest. How much does Rohini borrow? So here the principal is to be determined. The principal is equal to question mark, and number of days, the time taken is equal to 120 days. 120 days means this is 120 divided by 365. That's equal to 0.328 years. 0.32 years, right? Then what is the rate of interest? Rate of interest is equal to 6%. Rate of interest is 6%, right? And what is given? Simple interest is given. Simple interest, what is the simple interest? They are going to charge rupees 360. Now, simple problem, see, principal is to be determined. What is to determine? Principal. The principal is to be determined. The time taken, time is 120 days is nothing but 125 by 365 is equal to 0.3284 years, and the rate of interest is 6%, and they are going to charge the simple interest of rupees 360. So just find out the principal. For what principal? At the rate of 6% for the 120 days, you will get 360 rupees as the simple interest. Now, what is the formula? The simple interest is equal to PRT over 100. Now, substitute. What is the simple interest? Simple interest SI is equal to PRT over 100. Simple interest is 360 is equal to principal, we don't know, and the rate of interest is 6%. And what is the time period? 0.3287 divided by 100. Cross multiply and get the value of P. Therefore, P is equal to 360 into 100 divided by 6 into 0.3287. Simplify this. After simplification, what is the answer we are going to get? So 360 into 100 is 36 followed by 3 zeros, 36,000. So 6 divided by 0.3287 is equal to 1.9 something, that is 1.9722. Now divide this. So you are going to get 18,253.7268. So therefore the principal will be rupees 18,235.72. This is the principal. So the principal is rupees 18,253.72. So she has to borrow 18,252.72 in order to get 360 rupees as a simple interest for 120 days at the rate of 6% per annum. That's it. Hope you followed. The final answer for this is the final answer. That's all regarding this problem is concerned. Okay. Now, that's all regarding today's session. Let us meet with the different types of problems in next session. Thank you. Thank you very much.